Hi, good afternoon everybody and welcome to the channel. This week has been all about sanding. Maybe you've seen my other video already, which has been uploaded earlier this week. One of my sanders broke down. There was a rubberized part that was, it just pulverized more or less. I had to remove it, replaced it, and now it's working fine again. Go and check out the video. I will put the link somewhere here. Then I set myself, because I actually thought I would lose the sander, so I thought, okay, I'll buy another one. So I set myself a budget of $100 and then suddenly online, and this is what I love about shopping online, as you know, is that you can sometimes find some great deals. So I found two orbital sanders, two different formats. One is a square one and the other one is a round one. And the one that broke down actually has this shape, so it's more a little bit of a triangular shape. So now I have three different types of sanders that should, it's good enough for me for the jobs that I do here in my little workshop. So today I have unpacked a Bosch sander, an orbital sander, a square orbital sander. And now I would like to unpack the other orbital sander that I bought, and that is from the brand Dewalt. So let me share with you what it looks like. Okay, I bought this product from a shop in Malaysia called Awesome Hardware, and they are located in Ipoh, which is more on the western side north of Kuala Lumpur. Doesn't matter, they did a great job getting it to me. As you see, it's packed well, so good job from them. They even put stickers on it, fragile. Then that is, I thank them for doing that. That's a good job as well. Further, it took them less than 48 hours. I ordered it, I think, on Tuesday afternoon after 4 p.m. and it was delivered by Thursday morning. So about 36 hours I had the packaging in the house. I love it. So I must say that the sellers online more and more here in Asia are taking their job serious. They're doing better packing. It's pretty clear that people understand there is good money in online sales, and by giving good service to their customers, that they can make some good sales. However, there are still companies out there that think that providing the worst service ever is good enough. And of course, if you deliver bad service or bad customer service, then of course you lose customers. But some people here rather think short-term gain rather than long-term gain. But I have to admit, in the hardware business, I can see that the packaging gets better, and they're doing a great job in getting stuff delivered. So this is an American brand, Dewalt. Actually, it's one of my more favorite brands. I love Dewalt machines. They are long lasting. I've been using Dewalt for many years. I've had all sorts of tools from Dewalt, even when I lived still in Europe. And I really always loved this brand. The only problem specifically in Europe is Dewalt is freaking expensive. Now this machine I bought for less than $35 US. This is an orbital sander of a brand called Dewalt. Amazing. So pretty good deal. I was quite chuffed when I bought it. It's a DWE6423. Let's see what else do we learn when we look around the packaging. It's a 125 orbital sander. 125 is the diameter of, so it's a 12.5 centimeter diameter. It's 220 to 240 volts, 50 or 60 hertz. So that's exactly what we use here. It has anywhere between 8 and 12,000 revolutions per minute, and it's 280 watts. It's got a 3 years unlimited warranty. Excellent. Anything else? Not really. Just get on with it. And interesting enough, wow, this is interesting. It's made in Mexico. American brand, made in Mexico, sold in Malaysia at $35 US. Thank you, globalization. Okay, let's open up the box. I quickly looked around the box already. There's nothing much more on it that I could say, wow, that's interesting for you to know. Okay, they put in a little invoice, which is nice because the other one did not come with an invoice. They put in some service centers, okay, a list of service centers. That's awesome. Anything here in Malaysia? Yes, the Malaysian service center is here. That's very good. What you can expect from a company like Dewalt. Excellent. So we're going to keep this. I'm going to put this here, and I'm going to keep that in a box. Now, what else is here? We have a yellow colored sanding paper, and we have a whole bunch of sanding papers that they just delivered with the product, which I think is great. Unfortunately, the company where I bought this from is a company called Lazada. And one of the things I sometimes miss in Lazada is an upsell. So they could sell me this machine and upsell me a few of these kind of extras. And I would have bought them if they would have offered them on the spot. Now I probably go to a local shop and buy some there, but that's fine. So again, this is Velcro. So there's a padding here, so I can use it on a Velcro part of the machine. And what is actually nice is they put a few different. So this is a P80, and this is a P120, P100, 100, 100. So they're given different roughnesses of the sandpaper, even a P60 here. Great, thank you very much. I really appreciate that you added some. Now I think that this is the original that comes from Dewalt. This is just a bonus that I get from the company that sold this machine to me. So thank you guys, and let me name you again. It's called Awesome Hardware in Lazada. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate the extra. So let's take the machine out of the package. Now, one part of the machine, one part is the dust collector. Okay, interesting enough, and this is real American, right? American DeWalt, and it comes with lots and lots of warnings on the actual dust collector. There's a spring inside the dust collector, so it's like quite flexible. Okay, right, let's get rid of that later. Let's unpack this. It's pretty well packaged. Well, it has to be because it comes all the way from Mexico. Then, as you see, this is the what they call the shoe. So on the shoe, I can then Velcro my pad. So what you need to do is to make sure that you line up your holes properly. It doesn't have to be perfect, but the more you can get them lined up, the better it is, and the more dust you will collect. Here is a suction device. You can see this. This is also the part that cools the engine, because the engine sits in this part. This one sucks in air to cool the engine and suck away the air and the dust from your sanding, and that goes into your dust collector. Nice click system, very easy to operate. So it's on, click, can't come off, unclick, come off. Very good, very simple. And let's do one thing. Now, unfortunately, there is. I just explained in one of the other sanders that I unboxed is that this is the standard the standard plug that we get here in Malaysia. This is your earth and this is your 2 powers. And normally there is a fuse inside, and it doesn't look that there is a fuse. However, here it stays fused. I'm not sure if you can see that. Okay, so let me take off the little piece of iron wire to keep the power plug together and plug it in. Now, one thing what I like about this machine, and also about the Bosch that I bought just now, is that it's got a good and firm grip. The on-off button sits here, perfect. And then, let me show you. Now, what does this orbital sander do? That's maybe interesting. You might think it turns, and it does turn, but it does turn at a relatively low speed. Okay, what it actually does, it shakes like this. Okay, and then slowly it turns. So the shaking slowly turns. It's not that it's like sanding at a very fast rate, circular, because you would damage your wood way too fast. So let me show you what that looks like on a piece of wood. Let me just check. Now this is what I just did with my Bosch machine. Let's take the other side. Let's put it on. Now, depending on the hardness of the wood that you are sanding, or the surface or the delicacy of the wood that you are sanding, could be hard, soft, etc. Large surface, small surface. Definitely this is a sander that you would use on a bit more larger surfaces. You have to adjust the speed. Most likely a speed of 4, which is in between 1 and 6 more or less, would be just fine. And if for harder woods you would use a higher speed, and for softer woods you would use a little bit of a lower speed. All right, I hope you enjoyed this one. This was another sander that we unpacked, so another sander video this week. This was the third one. Nothing more for me today. I'm gonna upload these videos as soon as possible, and I'm gonna take a little bit of a rest. And I wish you exactly the same. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care for now. Bye-bye. See you now.